Yes, sir.
A lot of new guys in new places, a lot of new faces in new spaces, making plays all over the place. But there is a chance that a lot of these guys don't work out. What the hell happened with Wilkins in Las Vegas and the Raiders?
I saw a report. I'm sure we all have. It was Nick. I'm not sure of his name.
Nick Walters.
Sure if he's I don't know his background, but everybody saw this report. Very weird. Very, very weird. It makes you start, your mind starts to wonder. Obviously, with the player, you look at the history, you look at other things, and then you come up to your own conclusions. I'm sure there'll be some other things that come out. Well, this was a huge, huge signing for them last year. Obviously, if you're a Dolphin fan, you wanted Wilkins to stay in the building. We lost him, and then for something like this to come out, and then they tried to void a bunch of his money. I'll be interested to see how this plays out. And he has a serious injury, too. I believe a Jones fracture in his foot. So hopefully he can get that figured out and then land on his feet somewhere at a good organization.
Okay, what's going on in Vegas? Huh? ABC reporter says, only thing we've heard, it's very weird. Very weird incidents. Now, this is Nick Walters, ABC Sports out there in Las Vegas. Say he's been trying to figure out what the hell happened here. What happened with it? We paid him a lot of money. Great football player. They voided now $35.2 million. That's going to be an entire thing in litigation with the NFLPA. And then him getting released, it was a very weird incident. AJ, have you ever heard something described as such? What do you think?
No, I would like to know what weird even means. Like, that's all relative, too. Like, we need some context there. Did this happen between one teammate, Shefty? Is that what put it over the top to let him go, or is this, like, a series of events?
Did he go into Mark Davis's office with a gun and say, where's my $35.2 million? That'd be very weird.
Could have, yeah.
That would be very weird. I don't think anybody's ever done that before. What have you heard about this? And is he? How injured is he? When's he back? What happens here with Christian Wilkins?
Again, from speaking to people inside the locker room, I think what everybody's dancing around and tiptoeing around is the fact that when you speak to people there inside the locker room, they say that Christian playfully went to kiss a teammate on top of his head, and those same people said that player took offense to it. So that's what everybody's been dancing around and tap dancing around, an incident in the locker room where he allegedly playfully kissed a teammate on top of his head. That teammate felt offended by it. And that's what a lot of this talk and speculation that people have just been floating around out there is about.
Okay, so he kissed a teammate on the forehead in a playful manner. Teammate said, nope, not doing that, and went to H&R and reported this entire thing, basically, is what happened?
I think that's probably a fair and accurate way of saying things, yeah.
So, but that tells me a lot of things, quickly. That tells me a lot of things. So, if that happens in the locker room and then they go and report it, that means the locker room probably didn't fuck with them, right? Feels like?
Yeah.
That's what it feels like?
That individual, for sure. I mean, you see some different things in the locker room. There are different people. This would classify as weird.
Yeah, I would think kissing off
a teammate bald. Because if he's bald, it's not.
What if he won a euchre game with the guy, though?
You never know.
They're playing, maybe they're playing Boo-Ray. Yeah. And the guy hit double the party. He goes, thank you, and kissed him on the forehead.
Maybe it was that guy's. Any smooching in the locker room.
I've never seen it either, but I'm just saying, like, hey, the pockets, this guy just lost all this guy lost $40,000 to me. Thank you. Yeah. He goes, let me give you a.
All I'm saying is it's good luck to kiss the top of a bald head. We've seen it in the movies, stuff like that. If this guy's if he's a full head of hair, then
isn't Gruden's boy out there? Mm-hmm. He's strength coach.
Deuce. Yeah. Believe he is Deuce. Yeah.
He didn't try to kiss Deuce's head, did he? It wasn't Deuce.
If he's a $100 million player, I'm assuming it was like Max Crosby. He's not kissing some practice squad player and then getting in that much trouble for it. I'm assuming he's kissing some player. Maybe he put his finger on his lips and did the whole like barber thing. Maybe there's a chance, and I'm not saying this happened, but I'm saying there's a chance that he grabbed the dong. I don't think we can. I don't think we can completely rule that out based on what we've seen on the field.
That's not really. Oh. He's the guy that we've always said great to have on your team. Would hate to play against him.
The best.
Because everything, and he's kind of owned that, I think. That's kind of been his MO. He has done things in the past that to players in 8K and 4K that make you go, geez, Luis, how did we do that?
This guy wants to win.
What is that? And then now a kiss on the forehead and I guess the locker room was like, hey, we still seeing the clips of you on. That's an interesting dynamic. That is very weird. That is very weird. Hopefully they get it all figured out. Hopefully Christian Wilkins finds a new team. I think Colts would be okay.
Him and Buckner in the middle.
He's a really good player. He's a great player.
He's a great football player.
So good.
I was wondering if he'd kiss anybody in the forehead.
They wear the most guarding cap in the league, so probably not.
Yeah. Well, kiss the top of the helmet.
Yeah.
What about his injury?
Yeah, is he healthy? Will he be able to play, or what are we?
That's another real question here, because again, he was supposed to have surgery a couple of different times out in Vegas, and for whatever reason, that surgery was put off. And I don't know whether or not he's going to have that surgery. I haven't heard yet, but my understanding is the timeline after a surgery that he might need could be anywhere from 12 to 16 weeks. So you're looking at something where if he had gotten it done earlier, his chances of coming back sooner would have been greater. Now I think he would hope to join a team later in the season. That would be the hope. I don't know that he'll be able to play early in the season, but again, different doctors have different takes. I'm not privy to all of his medical information, but my understanding is he does need another surgery, and that surgery is a 12 to 16-week surgery.
Okay, so he would be able to play this year then, regardless. They voided his contract because he kissed the guy on the head?
No, that's not why they voided his contract. They voided his contract because there was a disagreement over the way he was going about his rehab and his foot injury. Basically, the team had been asking him to have foot surgery over and over. I think there were scheduled surgeries, and they didn't get done. And it's his body. He gets to do whatever he wants, right? So I think they wanted him to get the issue corrected surgically. He kept balking at that. It was not getting done. I think the team grew increasingly frustrated over time because they wanted him to have the surgery done. He didn't want to get it done. Maybe he felt like he didn't need it. You'd have to ask him. I don't know the full details there. And so when there was a disagreement over that surgery, whether or not to have it, whether or not to get it done, putting it off again, it got to the point where they're like, hey, you don't get this done, we're not going to have you early in the year. We need this done, and it didn't get done. That's
$35 million litigation, and it looks like and sounds like Christian could probably win this one. Don't know if we'll have enough money for the lawyers to fight it, though, because we're on the second floor of Tootsie's getting shoulder rubs.
Whoa.
Okay?
Allegedly.
So,
by the way, that's an issue right now with everything going on in the league. Like, there are a whole host of things where players could use some help on certain issues, like this one. And it's like, who do you turn to?
That's a great question. Shefty, that is a great question. We don't want to dive too deep into that because this is a positive show. There's a lot of negative we could go that way. Again, might not be able to have the extra 4 hours of a lawyer looking through every single clause. Because why? Cinnamon wanted a little extra spin on the pole down there at Tootsie's at 5 a.m. with the executive director of the NFLPA. So we don't need to get into that. We don't need to get into that. Good luck, Christian. Feels like you might be a professional golfer for $35.2 million if you don't want to get back into playing football. And kissing somebody on the forehead without knowing if they would get mad about it is an interesting thing to say about a teammate in a locker room. Personally, if you're just to view out from that and kind of talk from a different level, that's an interesting thing, just to be like, I can kiss this guy on the forehead and then kiss him on the forehead. And then it going the complete opposite way.
That kind of seems on brand for him, though. It's just like, you know what? I'm going to push this boundary. If this guy doesn't like it, he doesn't like it, and then I'll go find someone else to do it.
So on that note, as somebody that hasn't been able to read a situation well, I told Shane that Coach Saban was not mad. Remember?
Yeah, you did.
So
he knows you're joking.
So sometimes you misread. Sometimes you misread some things. I don't want to blame too many people, but yeah, I definitely misread that situation clearly.
One of the top 5 players on your team, top 5 highest paid players on your team, kisses another guy on the forehead in your locker room. What are you going to do?
That feels like a locker room issue. I'm staying out of it. Remember, I am going to be I'm going to be a giving owner. Okay, I don't
think you can stay out of that one.
Nobody could. Let's remember, son.
I just want to let everybody know. The style of player that Christian Wilkins is, aside from the ha-ha and the ha-ha and the ha-ha, that's his style of doing things. the style, he's relentless every single play, a little bit of a dog. Other teams hate him. That is the style of player that we are looking for in all of the leagues that we're in.
Sure.
Now, can't be sucking foreheads in the locker room.
Well, let me remind you something.
Especially not wanted foreheads.
Yeah.
Hey.
You know, like if these guys want to suck face in there in our team and they're good at the sport and they both do what you gotta do.
Yeah.
Not in my
Yeah.
locker room.
This can't be unrequited. What's that?
Not
Hold
in
on,
my
Butsy.
locker room.
You know, the Christian Wilkins is a dog.
How quickly you guys forget Sunshine kissed Gary Bertier right on the lips and they won a state title.
Yes, they did. And
Good
it didn't
point.
start great for
Yes,
Sunshine,
good point.
but it certainly
Thank you.
ended great, didn't it? Yes, it
That's
for
a
all of
state title,
society.
D-Bud.
Yeah.
Kind of thinking of it now.
TC Williams.
With that being said, I don't think my team will have any sucking forehead problems. Just want to let you know that. Any of the sports.